So hello fellow coin collectors, this is Glenn back with another video, and today I've got a new headphone and microphone. Actually it's for my wife to actually go running, but I'm going to try and see how the quality turns out. But in today's video we're just going to have a look at 3 banknotes from South Vietnam. Now some of you might know I actually do collect these banknotes, and they're actually something that I'm very interested in because, well, South Vietnam is actually an extinct country. It collapsed in 1975, actually 30th of April. And you know whose birthday that is? Yes, you can guess. So, and it was reunited with North Vietnam to form the country that we now know as, you guessed it, Vietnam. So these banknotes are ones they issued in the 1950s. So we have the 20, 100 and 200. And let's have a look at the 20 dong first. So you can see down below it says Hai Ngoi Dong. That just means 20. So it's 2, 10 and dong. So it's 20 dong, which pretty much basically is how this thing's swinging around too much. Talk about microphone. Is how they actually use their numbers. It's pretty much like the way the Cantonese do it. And as you can see, it is like a type of watercolor. Now this banknote was first issued in 1955. They actually did issue another banknote, which is a red one. I've actually made another video on it, so I'm not going to get it out. And these banknotes were used up until the mid-60s, so 1964 they actually issued a new 20 dong, which is actually a lot smaller. That one is only probably about that high, and probably the same length as well. So the watermark on this is a tiger. So tigers do occur in Vietnam, and a lot of the South Vietnamese banknotes have a tiger as a watermark. So that's beautiful. So as you can see, we have traditional rowing boats. This is probably on the Mekong River, which goes through Saigon, which is now Ho Chi Minh City. We have a banana tree. And I've actually seen a lot of these in Hong Kong, banana trees. Because they used to cultivate them, and now they don't cultivate them, they just left them there. So if you go to a lot of residential areas, you see a lot of banana trees. And then we have a village with a hut and a tropical rainforest, which makes up Vietnam. And if you can see the numbers down below and the numbers up the top, these numbers correspond to the last 5 numbers up here. So 5, 8, 6, 7, 6. So 5, 8, 6, 7, 6, which is the same. And then you got the other 4 numbers which are not. Then you got I would say the D3 is the actual prefix. So then we have the other side of the banknote. I presume this is reverse. And so I've got people cultivating, I would say most likely rice, which is mainly grown in warmer areas, but not always. They actually can grow it in a lot colder climates, in temperate. And Nan Hang Quoc Kia Vietnam, so up there, means State Bank of Vietnam. And then we have some inscription down the bottom, which I can't read Vietnamese, so I just got the top because I learnt it before. Here's a buffalo, beautiful. Now the price of these banknotes is actually not cheap, so for this one you're probably looking at about $30 in this condition. If you want an uncirculated one, you're probably looking at a few $100s for a banknote like this. And as you can see, the main problem is up here. That's actually not on this banknote. It's actually a part of another banknote that's actually gotten stuck onto this banknote, as you can see there. So, and as you can see there, so that is a pity. It's actually the cheapest I have seen these. I think I got this for like $20. But these ones are not that easy to get, especially in this condition. And I actually purchased this one from Vietnam. Yeah, so if you buying banknotes on eBay, I buy them from Vietnam, or these South Vietnamese banknotes, because they're cheaper. And there's actually a lot of them coming on the market now, so the price has gone down. So the next one we have is actually from the second series, not the first series. So these are all produced in America, as you can see, it has an American style. And this one has come down in price, so you're probably looking about $20 for that. But like 10, 15 years ago, these ones are probably like $50 to $100 just in this condition. So this price has actually come down, and I would say that's also because there's a lot of this stock coming out from Vietnam, but that won't last forever. They will eventually dry up, or either because, well, they've exported a lot of them, or because the collector's market in Vietnam actually starts up and they actually start buying stuff. So this is actually the last prefix of Z, and it has A. So ZZ will be a one collect, AA as well. You can also get these with single prefix. So there you go. And this one has a tractor on it. No watermark, no security features. And in 1955, when this came out, these banknotes probably would have been worth about $4 US, which is probably about $50–60 now. So, and you know, in Vietnam, wages are low. Wages would have also been low back then, probably the same equivalent to now. So that would have been like 2 to 3 months' money. So really, not many of these would have been collected in very good condition, only by rich people. Then on the back, we have looks like a Chinese phoenix type bird, which I actually adopted from Chinese mythology. So a lot of Vietnamese culture actually comes from China because they adopted it, even though they have about 1,000 years of hostility. Same with Japan, pretty hostile Japan, between China and Japan, but Japan actually adopted a lot of Chinese culture. And this one is one that I actually quite like. At the time, it was not the highest banknote issued, but the 500 dong that was issued in 1962. When was the 200 dong issued? No, the 200 dong is issued in 1955, and that is actually our next banknote. So this is the actual 200 dong. So let's turn over the other side. And as you can see, it's actually in pretty poor condition. There's a little hole there, which is pity. But in this condition, you can actually pick these up for about $10 to $20. And this one has the single prefix, but you can also get them double. And I'm not too sure if the single prefix is actually not as common. So I presume this is the first print run, and the double prefix is actually the second print run. So the building on here is the National Bank building that's in Saigon. And does it have a watermark? No watermark, and no security thread, which is really surprising at the time because of the actual value of the banknote. So where was this banknote printed? Doesn't say, so I think it might have been printed in the United States by the banknote company. And on this side we have boats. So these are traditional fishing boats, as you can see. It's a large net actually going up there. I presume it's a large net. They're probably also... No, that's the sails. God, I'm getting confused. The net will be in the background there. So that is actually quite nice. Nice banknote. Nice, beautiful country. I've actually been to Vietnam. It's actually quite beautiful. They're building a hell of a lot of roads in Vietnam. And the thing is, if you want to cross the road, freeway, you have to run and go in between the traffic. Well, the cars will try not run you over, they won't really slow down for you either. So that's just their type of traffic. But out of these three, my favourite is this one. And as you can see why, it's a watercolour painting. The only other banknote they actually issued like this was a 1000 dong, but it was never issued for circulation. So you can only get it in specimens or proofs. I've never seen any of the stock that was not issued. And they're just nice things to get. So I'd like to know what you think of these banknotes. I'll leave in a comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you collect Vietnamese banknotes, I would actually like to talk to you. So anyway, say thank you very much and have awesome banknote collecting time, people. Thank you and bye bye.